Alright, buggers. I've recently realised one of the most easiest charisma tricks that literally takes 10 minutes. And then when you go socialise, everything just feels so much better and people like me more. Yes! If you generally struggle with talking to strangers or feeling uncomfortable in your own skin when you go out, then you need to try the Clarkson method. I do not naturally have charisma, so I rely on this method. This method almost feels like cheating. And before I talk through the exact, pretty bloody straightforward method, I want to share how the Clarkson method made me feel more comfortable in my skin, more charismatic with guys and birds, and how it helps with something. Alright, I'll get into it. Back when I started this channel in 2023, I simultaneously was trying to fix my sleep. I was waking late, bruv. 2 p.m, fat, tubby, and I had it. So I realised that I probably need to start waking a bit earlier because 2 p.m. is just pathetic at this point. And one of the things I heard at the time that would benefit my sleep a bit was to, instead of flipping between high intensity YouTube videos before I fell asleep, I should probably stick to just one slow burning TV show that didn't wire me up so I could chill before bed, wind down. So I went on BBC iPlayer and came across a niche show called Waterloo Road. It wasn't niche at all. I think it was pretty massive back in the day. I started watching one night and immediately something hit me. There's this guy and he's just cool. There's something about him that is alluring. Not in a gay way, all right? Listen closely. This TV character, a school teacher, Mr. Tom Clarkson, he's just got something charismatic about him. The way he handles his fictional relationships, how he very nonchalantly talks to people, how he maintains eye contact a lot, a bunch of stuff. This, Tom Clarkson, is important for the easiest charisma trick I'm going to show you. So I speed ran this show as I grew the channel. Sleep was impeccable, right? And Tom Clarkson was still charismatic until I'm not going to spoil it. Fast forward to 2025. It's me now, just you and me. Yeah, how'd you feel? I decided, again, while I was focused on YouTube all of this January, why not slow it down again and rewatch Waterloo Road? But while I was relaxing on a random January day, I got a message from someone, a girl that I haven't spoke to in ages. And for some reason, alright, this is going to sound mental, but I had been watching so much Waterloo Road and Tom Clarkson and his multiple relationships that for some reason, oh, this sounds so insane. Some reason he really rubbed off on me. And when I did decide to message this woman back, I was sort of channeling his vibe, the general charisma of Tom Clarkson. All right, it's hard to explain, but as we started talking back and forth, I couldn't help but have this TV show rub off on the way I was carrying myself. I didn't try, it was just happening. Long story, slightly shorter. This short interaction actually led to us meeting up. I'm still for some reason highly influenced by this TV character, just a chill guy. This meetup went way better than I expected, and I think a lot of that came down to the fact that this TV character, Tom Clarkson, very handsome, had rubbed off on me over the last month. Rubbed against me even. What does that even mean? And for some reason, it just felt like I kept saying the right things. I was super relaxed, even though I was definitely shitting it inside. It's kind of like when you spend a lot of time with a friend and slowly you start to mimic their isms and speech patterns. I'm sure you've had that before. I consumed a bit of a TV character that I felt resonated with my spirit. He represented a realistic portrayal of the type of person I actually want to be. It wasn't Andrew Tate. He's just a guy. But this short channeling led to a really good night. Why am I telling you this? Get to the point, Kieran. Look, charisma is something that can so easily be performed through the influence of others that it doesn't even feel unnatural, inauthentic, or any of that shit. Any TV character or charismatic friend or YouTuber, Joe Weller, that you naturally latch onto is just a byproduct of you trying to find your own charismatic personality. Fellas and fella girls, the Clarkson method to boost your charisma when you go out is the coffee of social skills. Let me explain. Downing black coffee will give you a short-term boost of energy to help you with work or a workout. And likewise, look, you're a guy that just wants to have fun, meet people, and not hate yourself. The Clarkson method is a simple 5 to 20 minute practice that, just like coffee, makes you inherit little traits and a confidence boost extremely fast. And you can take this and apply it to when you go out and socialize afterwards. So here's how to get a free, very effective boost of charisma before you next go out. 1. Pick a person, whether they're from TV, a comedian, a YouTuber that you find extremely charismatic, and find a piece of content that you believe best reflects their charismatic personality. You might think Joe Weller has very effective charisma, so you stick on a Joe Weller video, something that shows his most charismatic traits. So for me, obviously, my way of doing this was watching Waterloo Road and following Tom Clarkson's relationship plot lines. 2. Time this consumption within an hour or two before you go outside and start socializing. Maybe just within a day, it don't have to be a couple hours. Have you ever watched something just before you went to meet friends and suddenly you start noticing that you're subconsciously copying some of the things this character you was consuming also does? This happens all the time, by accident, with me and Joe Weller. I watch his content sometimes, and it does genuinely rub off on how I interact with people. When I was a street dancer back in my day, I thought my dance teacher was extremely charismatic. Everyone did. We'd watch him perform a dance, and I've really noticed that whenever I performed on stage, I would naturally mimic the way he performed, the way he got into the music, and it's probably already happened 1,000 times in your own life. You just didn't put a label to it yet. 3. Go outside and allow this natural influence to dictate your behavior. Try to find anyone that you believe naturally reflects the type of person you want to be. Consume the way they carry themselves just before you go out, and allow this weird natural influence that I'm sure there's got to be science to, mirror neurons or something. Allow it to carry you. So, just like coffee, the Clarkson method is an immediate boost. Charisma on Command has also spoke about this on his podcast. Don't ask me to find it. It was a long time ago. I'm not finding it. I don't think I could hand you an easier method to just feel more comfortable in your ski. In your skis. Shit, I didn't mean to write that. Maybe try and give it a go next time you see your mates or something. Alright, fella, be gone.